Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make tarpaulins for your model railway wagons. The whole process is really quick and easy, it takes about 15 minutes excluding drying time. The materials you will need are some elastic bands, some tissue paper, some cling wrap, your wagons of course. Open wagons work the best, but any wagon will do. You'll need a spray bottle and you'll need some white glue. Tear a piece of cling wrap off the roll and cover your wagon. You can also add something into your wagon to give the tarpaulin a specific shape if you'd like. You can add anything from an excavator to a piece of wood. I'm using a piece of polystyrene here. Be careful not to wrap the cling wrap too tight, as it may affect the shape of the tarpaulin. The cling wrap is just there to protect the wagon from paint and glue. I wanted a round shape at the back of this wagon, so here I'm using a container of Dremel tools. It was just the right shape and size, but you can use anything really. Wrap the tissue paper over the top of the wagon and secure it with an elastic band. I'm going for a loose fitting tarpaulin with lots of wrinkles, so 2 layers of tissues are the best to use. If you want to make a tarpaulin that is more taut, add a 3rd layer of tissue paper, as you will need to work the tissue paper a lot more later in the process. Work the tissue paper so that it looks like the shape you want. Pay particular attention to the folds and wrinkles at the end of the wagon. You will wet the tissue paper next, so you will have a better opportunity to make the final adjustments. Mix white glue and water in the spray bottle in a 1:1 ratio and spray it on the tissue paper, making sure that the entire tissue is soaked. The tissue will expand a little when it gets wet and more wrinkles will appear. Use your fingers to work away the wrinkles you don't want. You may have to lift the elastic band and pull the tissue more taut in some instances. Do this carefully, as the tissue paper has very little strength when wet. Try and get the elastic band as low as possible on the wagon. Once you are happy with the shape and texture of your tarpaulin, set it aside to dry. Once the glue is dried, it's time to paint the tarpaulin. I want a black tarpaulin, so I started with a dark grey base coat to give it that faded black look. I then sprayed a light coat of matte black over the dark grey, and then I dusted a brown over it to give it a dirty look. Those of you who are good at weathering will probably add a lot more, such as powders and all other weathering stuff. I'm a bit clueless in this department, so 3 coats of paint are monumental for me. Once the paint is dry, I cut off most of the waste tissue paper and cling wrap. Then pull off the elastic band. It is likely to be stuck onto the tissue paper, so be careful when doing this. Once you've removed the elastic band, you can pull the wagon out of the tarpaulin. This is normally a bit of a mission, but it does come out eventually. Pull out the cling wrap and cut the tissue paper just above the elastic band line. This is why I said earlier that you must get the elastic band as low as possible. It's easier to cut above the elastic band line, but you can't cut below it. Trim off any jagged edges. Once you're done, turn the tarpaulin over and paint over any exposed bits of tissue paper. I use my base coat for this. Once the paint is dry, put the tarpaulin on the wagon and you're done. Here is an example of a more taut tarpaulin where I used 3 layers of tissue paper. Good luck, hope you enjoyed the video, I hope it works out for you.